J-Man here, the weekly X-Men talk, and we're getting into New Mutants number 7. Really like this cover, New Mutants. I like all the covers. They've done really well with these covers. So this book is flipping between two storylines. One's in space, one's on Earth. Both stories are actually really well done. And yeah, I mean, this is one of these ones where I'm looking forward to every week to read and catch up. So Roberto here is doing some recapping. He is the king of recaps, as he so says, and he's just he's recapping things that kind of didn't really happen. It's almost like we missed an issue, and it's funny too because I was reading this, I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, did this happen? And then I think it was Danny even says to him like, dude, I think you missed the recap. So there's a little bit of fourth wall breakage. And they're like, oh, no, I'm recapping last issue. It's like, no, it's like, this is every other issue. I think we missed one or something. It was pretty funny. It was a funny exchange. So that's kind of a cool thing. He likes Deathbird. Deathbird likes him. Deathbird looks really wicked in this comic. The art is awesome in here. This is the exchange where they break the fourth wall. And they're just like, they're looking at the screen like, wait, what? And then Roberto's like, there's a comic that I'm not in. What's going on? So that's pretty funny. Some pretty funny stuff. This one was a little bit more fun. Last issue was pretty heavy. All the stuff happening on Earth has been pretty heavy duty. A lot of death and just bad things happening. So this one's a little bit more light, but there's still some fun. It's just more fun. Gladiators here with the princess. I don't really know much about these space guys. I was never into the cosmic stuff as much. I do really like Adam Warlock and Infinity Watch. So anything with Jim Starlin, I really liked those kinds of things. But I never got too much into it other than just Warlock and Infinity Watch. So I'm not really familiar with Gladiator and all these other guys that they're introducing. But there's like this cool little orb, which they play good cop, bad cop with, which was kind of interesting. Spoilers, of course, if you didn't know already. Sorry if I didn't say it. There's not really much to spoil here. Deathbird comes back. There's a little bit of a scuffle. One funny thing that I like to point out is that the art is so good in this. It's really, I mean, it's hard to tell through the camera as usual because of the glare, but on iPad, man, this is just killer. It's just so bright. Okay, check this out. My favorite white page of all Dawn of X, period. All the X books. So basically, there's a fight that's going to happen. So instead of reading the fight, you can play it out. So it actually tells you how to use some D6, you can use a D6. Well, actually, that's all D6s. So I'm assuming, you could play this with 6-sided dice, but I mean, I would have liked to have seen some D4s and D20s, D12s. Basically, you can play out the entire fight, and there's mutants. You roll 1d6, and you pick what mutant you get, and you roll 1d6 for which guardian, and then they fight it out. And then there's a round 2 fight, and then you can bring other characters in. There's literally rules for you to play a game and have this fight out. I'd love to know in the comments, did anyone play this out just as a complete joke? I'd love to play this out. I just didn't have the time, but I was actually seriously contemplating getting the dice out. Where my dice I play D&D and all these, role-playing games. So I have tons of tube dice everywhere and all the different die that you can get. I've even got metal, like a set of D&D metal dice. They're sick. They're totally sick. They're bronze. They're so awesome. But yeah, that's my favorite white page of all of this stuff. So basically, that's pretty much what happens. Roberto's going to stay in space with Cannonball, and then the others are going to go back home. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that going forward. But yeah, that was it. It was it was a nice issue. I liked it a lot. I liked the art a lot in this. It is one of my favorite X books that I'm currently reading. All the covers have been really cool. And I like the writing. I like flipping back between the two stories. I'm interested to see what happens when they both meet up, go on another adventure. Yeah, New Mutants is great. Side note, I'm kind of looking forward to the movie. It's not exactly what I would have wanted out of a New Mutants. But I mean, Ileana, that actress, I don't know I don't know the actress's name. She's exactly the comics, man. Holy crap. That's award-winning casting. She's exactly her. And she even gets the fucking the armor or whatever. Dude, So I'm kind of looking forward to New Mutants, to be honest with you. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, that's it. New Mutants, awesome comic. Keep on reading it. Until next time.